All right, so let's begin with this reading. So the name of the reading is Let There Be Light. And this is one of the reading passages which came in recent exams. So let's jump straight into it and understand the type of questions there are. So first type is which paragraph contains the following information and then one word, and then the last ones are the last ones are yes, no, not given, and then this question. So it's very important to understand the strategy which you should be following whenever there is this type of question which says which paragraph contains. So, for example, there is a statement which says a light-hearted example of ignorance about the night sky. So we have to find this sentence, like in which paragraph this sentence is there. So if we are, just reading the paragraph A and then B and then C, we are not able to find anything related to it. So basically what will happen is that we are just wasting our time. And this is a real blunder which many students, do in their exam. So whenever there is this type of question, what we have to do is we won't be starting with this thing, but with another type of questions. That is, we'll understand these type of questions, true, false, and simultaneously we'll go with these ones. First of all, we'll understand this type, choose one word or a number. So we have to, either have a word or a number. So let's read question number 33. So too much dash light has led to a rise in serious illness. So too much dash light. So we have to find something related to light. I mean, a type of light which has led to rise in serious illness. Approximately dash % of humans are unable to see the Milky Way, means we have to write any number here. About dash million migratory birds die crashing into lit up tall buildings each year. That means here again we have to write a number. Let's understand true false not given. So 36 says it is alarming that so many animals are killed by night lightning. Okay. So what we'll do is, before reading paragraph A, we will not read these ones much, but we'll, read these ones once we are able to read paragraph A. So we'll try to find the answer to these ones, and one true false not given should, yes no not given should always be there in our mind, the first one, while searching for these ones, and simultaneously we'll do this one. So it's very important to take all three simultaneously because you won't be getting them in a sequence. All right. Too much dash light has led to a serious illness. So the location will be serious illness. So if we, search serious illness here, so we'll see that these are just the general lines about the topic, about the light, and there is a word called cardiovascular disease. That means serious illness. So here is our location. So we'll understand this one very carefully. So according to American Medical Research Association, there has been a noticeable rise in obesity, diabetes, cancer, cardiovascular disease means serious illness. In people like shift workers exposed to too much, here again, it's too much light. So there is light and here is light. What kind of light they are exposed to? So answer is artificial. So here our answer would be artificial. All right. So the first one is artificial. So we are done with paragraph 1, but we are unable to find anything related to these ones. Maybe we have to find percentage. Maybe here is the percentage, and we have to find million. Maybe million, about dash million migratory birds. Maybe a number. We have to find a number. These are all percentages. Maybe somewhere. Maybe this one, or maybe million. Yes, this one. So this we can just, skim it and we will be able to find answers to these ones. But as we are done with paragraph A, we are unable to find anything related to this one, that animal killing. We are unable to find anything related to this one. So what we will do is, we will now, let me do yes. So we are not able to find this one. So simultaneously, before moving to paragraph B, we will just skim that one, so that if we are able to find any statement in paragraph A, so we'll be able to find answers, to few of these. A light-hearted example of ignorance about the night sky and explanation of how lightning may not equate with safety. So nothing they are talking about safety. Dark sky association, so they are also not talking anything about this one. An example of baby animals, they are not talking anything about baby animal. A list of possible drawbacks of new lightning technology. Okay, maybe, so we have to find possible drawbacks. Maybe here, because we were able to find, and they produce a blue wave light that animals misinterpret as the dawn. Means they are misinterpreting, means there may be some kind of harm in this. So that's the drawback. There has been a noticeable rise in obesity. Okay, so this is also a drawback. It is more likely pervasive LEDs will contribute to a, it is likely more pervasive LEDs will contribute to a further rise. Okay, so probably the answer to 32 is A, but we will also, analyze it once again in other paragraphs. Otherwise, the answer to 32 will be A. All right, let's move to paragraph B. Approximately dash % humans are unable to see the Milky Way. All right. In some cities, a brown haze of industrial pollution prevents enjoyment of night sky. In other, a yellow haze of from lightning has the same effect. And it is a thought that almost 70% people who can no longer see the Milky Way. Yes, so we get our answer because they say approximately what percent of human are unable to see the Milky Way. So the answer is 70%. We are able to find answer to this one as well. So it's 70%. Okay. Third one about dash million. Okay, so this I am pretty sure we'll be able to find somewhere here. But as of now, we are not doing this one. Let's complete the passage B to see if we are able to find any one of these from 28 to 28 to 32. And then if we are able to find answer to 36. All right, 36 or 37. When a small earthquake disabled power plant in Los Angeles a few years ago, the director of the Griffin Observatory was bombarded with phone calls by locals who reported an unusual phenomena in which around 7,000 stars were visible. In fact, this was just an ordinary starry night, seldom seen in LA due to light pollution. Because we have to find these ones, so we must be very carefully understanding this passage. Okay, certainly a light pollution makes professional astronomy difficult, but it also endangers humans' age-old connection to the stars. It is conceivable that children who do not experience a truly starry night may not speculate about the universe, nor may they learn about non-nocturnal creatures. All right, but we are not able to find anything related to this animal killing. So let's see if we are able to find any answer to any one of these ones. Let's see. A light-hearted example of ignorance about the sky. So ignorance. First of all, they are saying that they are unable to see, and then they are saying that when a small earthquake disabled power plants, the director of was bombarded with phone calls by local who reported. Okay, so there were a lot of people who called this person because they reported an unusual phenomena they thought was called a quake. That was a brilliantly illuminated night sky in which around 7,000 stars were visible. So this was, astonishing thing. Maybe it was a drawback or maybe any kind of advantage for them. But when people, these many people saw this thing happening in the sky, so they called this one. They called this observatory. They were bombarded with phone calls. In fact, this was just an ordinary starry night, seldom seen in. It was not, quite often seen in LA because there's a light pollution. So this was a seldom thing. Certainly, light pollution makes professional astronomy difficult, but it also endangers human old age connection to about that. It is conceivable that children who do not experience a truly starry night may not speculate the universe. So they are saying that children who are not able to experience a starry night of this kind, they may not speculate about the universe, and they may also not learn about non-nocturnal creatures. So they are saying that they will not be able to pay any attention to the sky, night sky, because they won't be able to experience the starry night. That's why. So they are saying that ignorance about the night sky. So the answer to 28th is B. Because ignorance is that, he was called a lot, and then they are also saying that might be he didn't pay any attention. And then here, if children are not able to experience this one, they would not be, able to speculate or predict anything about universe related to a starry night. That's why they are saying that ignorance about the night sky. All right. C, we are not able to find anything related to it is alarming to see. Okay, so no problem. So we'll move towards the passage, paragraph C. Paragraph C. So this is a long one, so we should be very careful if we are able to find anything. Okay, so we'll surely be able to find answer to 35 from here, and then we'll understand the entire thing if we are able to find any one of these or 36. Okay. So we'll just skim and skip to find, firstly, our location should be night killing of animals, and then this one is here. And but because there are these type of questions, so we have to understand this one. Okay, so we'll just skim it, and then we'll be able to see if we are able to find any one of these. Excessive elimination impacts upon non-nocturnal world about 50% of the vertebrates. Okay. I'm finding it to be boring, so I'll just skip this one. Read it in my eyes, UV bulbs, okay. And then I just want to answer this one. Furthermore, birds and insects use the sun, moon, and the stars to navigate. It is estimated that around 500 million migratory birds are killed each year. They are also talking about killing of the animals. Probably the answer to 36 is here. They're saying that 500 million migratory birds are killed each year by collision with brightly lit structures like skyscrapers or radio towers. Okay, about dash million migratory birds die crashing up into light building. Light building means skyscraper. So how many about how many migratory birds? So it is 500. So answer to 35th is 500. So we are able to find answers to these ones, but let's see if anything here. Non-migratory birds are also adversely affected by light pollution. Sleep is difficult and waking up only occurs when the sun has. See, I have skipped these ones because I was not able to find anything related to this 500 million thing, nor related to animal killing. But now here I am able to find something related to animal killing. That's why I'm paying attention here and understanding this one properly so that I can get the answer to this one. Non-migratory birds are also adversely affected by light pollution. Sleep is difficult and waking up only occurs when the sun has overpowered artificial lightning, resulting in the birds being too late to catch insects. Okay, leatherback turtle. So now they are talking about leatherback turtle, which have lived on Earth for over 150 million years, are now endangered as their hatching are meant to follow light from the moon and stars to go from their sandy nest to the sea. Instead, they follow street lamps or hotel lights, resulting in death. Okay, so they are talking about animals are killed, resulting in death by dehydration, predation, or accident. It is alarming that so many animals, since they wander onto the road in opposite direction from the sea. Leatherback turtle, which have lived on the earth for 150 million, are now endangered as their hatching are meant to follow light reflected from the moon and stars to go from their sandy nest to the sea. Instead, they follow street lamp or portal lights, resulting in death by dehydration. They are talking about leatherback turtles. Currently, 8% of all energy generated in the US is dedicated to public. Okay, so they are not talking anything related to animals here. Maybe something here. Along with this one, non-migratory birds are also adversely affected. And then over 1,500 birds may be killed with one night when this does not happen. It means it is quite alarming. It's not a common phenomena that 1,500 birds are killed within one night. And then they are talking about leatherback turtles, that they are also not able to live because of dehydration or something like that. So it's like it is alarming that so many animals are killed by night lightning. So yes. Okay, so we are able to read passage C, but before moving to 37th, we will see an explanation of how lightning may not equate with safety. Okay. No, so they're not talking anything about safety, but night killing. Killing is here. An example of baby animals affected by too much night light. Okay. They're talking about affected by too much night light. Okay. Non-migratory birds have also sleep is difficult. So they are affected by too much light light means they are affected when sleep is difficult, and waking up only occurs when the sun has this, resulting in birds being late to catch their insects. So they're talking that yes, an example of baby animals, leatherback turtles are now endangered as their hatching are meant to follow reflected from the moon, stars, from their sandy nest to see. Instead, they follow street lamp. Okay, so they are talking about animals, and they are saying that the fetal light awareness reducing such deaths by darkening their building. Okay, an example of baby animals affected by too much light night. So about animal killing or impact to animals, so they are not talking anything in paragraph A or B, but in C. So if they are not talking anything about this animals getting affected in D, E, or F, then the answer is surely C. Let's see if they're talking anything about animals, not in D. Again, they're talking about night reserve, but not about anything about animal. They are again talking about some kind of this thing, US department, but not talking anything about animal. They are talking about humans which are getting disturbed. Okay. So answer to 31 is surely C, because in none of the paragraphs they are talking about animals getting impacted. So the answer to 31 is C. All right, so we're done with C. Let's move towards D. We will read D paragraph to find the answer to these ones. Once we're done with paragraph D, we will also find these ones. Okay. So paragraph D. See what are they saying in paragraph D. Currently, 8% of all energy generated in US is dedicated. So this paragraph is related to energy. In US is dedicated to public outdoor lighting, and much evidence shows that lighting and energy use are growing at around 4%. So talking about energy. In some newly industrialized countries, lighting use is rising. So they're talking about use. Unfortunately, as the developing world urbanizes, it also lights up brightly rather than opting for sustainability. Okay. An explanation of how lightning may not equate with safety. Nothing about safety. Description of activities of international dark. So they are talking about dark association in E as well. But in D, they are not talking anything about dark association. That means dark association probably will be able to get in E. Let's read these ones if it is good that developing countries now have brighter lightning. Okay, they are talking about lightning. And they are also talking about newly industrialized countries. Newly industrialized countries means developing countries. Lightning uses, so lightning use there is, rising by 20%. It means that they have a brighter lightning. All right. It is good that developing countries now have brighter lightning. Okay. Unfortunately, as a developing world, brighter means previously it was, for example, 20% bright. Now it's 30 or 50% bright. Brighter means it's comparing the past with the present. But even if we are saying that the developing countries, as the developing world is there, it is good. They are saying it is good, but they are saying, unfortunately, as the developing world urbanizes, it also lights up brightly. They're just saying that as they are using the lightning, they are brightening up. So they are not talking anything about brighter light. Brighter means they are brighter, brightest means to find the word brighter, we would have to find the comparison, but there is no comparison. So the answer to 37th is not given because we are not able to find comparison. So D is done, but let's see if anything in 28 to 32 in D paragraph. An explanation of how lightning may not equate safety. So they're not talking about safety and dark association more. Okay, let's read paragraph E. So that we can find answer to Italians need not worry about reduced street lighting. Okay, so we have to find something related to Italians. And then maybe this one, 30th. Maybe answer to 30th is an E. Let's skip this description of the activity. So we have to find number of activities. With 58 chapters and 15 countries, IDA has been the driving force behind the establishment of, okay, so these are the activities. Establishment of 9 world reserves. Most recently, this. IDA campaigns. Campaigns means activities have also reduced. So there were certain campaigns due to which the street lighting has reduced in several states and changed normal national legislation in Italy. So these are the activities. So answer to this one, 30th is E. E paragraph has this information. 39 Italians. So they are not talking anything about Italians, that Italians need not to worry or something. So 38, not until now, maybe in F paragraph or something. F paragraph, except in some parks and observatory zone, the IDA doesn't. Okay, so they are again talking about IDA. We have to find Italians need not to worry about reduced street lighting or bright lights along the road. Okay, so we have to find something related to road and necessary for safe driving. Okay. Except in some, so we have to find IDA recommend that where street lights say all night they have a lower lumen rating or are controlled with timers and that. Okay. We have to find related to road or Italian. So it's not talking about neither road nor Italian. Research by user outdoor lighting may not deter crime. It's so talking something about crime, maybe Italians. Its only real benefit is in citizen perception. Lightning reduces the fear of crime. Okay. Not crime itself. Okay. Italian need not to worry about reduced street lighting. Bright light may compromise the safety as they make victims and property more visible. Bright lights along the road are necessary. Okay, so bright lights are bright. So if bright lights are necessary along the road, then it's true. If bright lights are not necessary, then it's false. Let's read. Research by US Department of Justice showed that outdoor lighting may not deter crime. Safe driving. Bright light may compromise the safety. So they are saying that if there are bright light, then safety would not be there. But they are saying that bright lights are necessary for safe driving. So no. So that means it's opposite. So answer is no, because it says opposite. says that it compromises the safety, and it says that it's necessary. They make victims and property more visible. Streetlights stay on night, they have a lower lumen rating and are controlled with timers, and they also point towards or are fitted with directional metal shields. For private dwelling, low lumen night light should be activated only when motion is detected. Okay. So they're talking about bright light, which is not necessary because it results in compromise of the safety. So we are able to find 39th. Let's read if there is anything in paragraph F. Okay, an explanation of how lightning, yes. So answer to 29th is F, because we just saw that lightning may not equate to safety. We are able to find all these ones, so we are just left with these two questions. So we will not read the entire thing, but we will just, search for the word Italian if we are able to find anything related to that. So Italian, we're not able to find anything related. Italian need not to worry about reduced street lightning. So they're talking about this thing, but Italians, not barely the Firefly case. So they are talking about, not talking anything about Italians, right? Maybe just skim if we are able to find the word Italian. No, nothing. No. So this probably is not given. So they're not talking anything about this one. So the answer to 38th is not given. I just want to discuss 37th. It says it is good that developing countries now have brighter light. It was in paragraph D. So once you're done with all those, questions, you just check the ones that are they all correct, or we can make any improvement. So I had a doubt in this one. We are left with few minutes. So let's see if we can cross check. It is good that developing countries are now have brighter lightning. Developing, unfortunately, as developing world urbanizes, it also lights up brightly rather than opting for sustainability. 8% of all energy generated in the US dedicated to power outdoor lighting, and much of the lightning and energy use are growing at around 4%. Okay, so here they are talking about brightening. They are talking about brightening here. Currently, 8% of all energy generated in the US is dedicated to public outdoor lighting, and much evidence show that lighting and energy use are growing at around 4%, exceeding population growth. In some newly industrialized countries, lighting use is rising by 20%. Yes, they are saying if it was 50% previously, now it's, now it has increased by 20%. That means it's now 70%. So this is 20% means they are talking about bright. Okay, they are also talking about developing countries. We just have to check this one. If it is good, then the answer is that's yes. If they say that it's not good, rather it's bad, then answer would be no, rather than not given, because they are talking about brighter here. So they are talking. So it's not given. Definitely, let's see if it's good or bad. Unfortunately, because there's a word unfortunately. So the opposite for good is bad. That means unfortunately. So the answer to 37th is not given, but it's no. 37th. Italian. So we were not able to find anything related to Italian. So it's good. Brighter lights along the roads are necessary. So we are pretty sure with this one, because they are saying that bright lights are increasing the risk. So it's not safe. So we are able to, understand this sentence. That's why we were able to answer these two questions, 39th and 29. That means these are correct. Okay. Even we had a doubt in C, but none of the paragraph is talking about animals getting affected. So the answer is C. These we are pretty sure. Okay, so the last one. According to the writer, how much night lightning should be there in relation to what there is? How much night lightning should be there? Okay. For example, you are not, able to solve the entire passage in the given time. So in such kind of question, you can just, have a, because while reading the paragraphs, we were paying attention to all these ones because these were 4455, but we didn't pay attention to this one. But now, as I am, for example, left with very less time, because I have to do the next passage. So what I'll do is, because I just have to find this question. So for this question, I have to read the entire passage. Don't have enough time, so I'll just, mark it randomly. According to writer, how much night lightning should there be in relation to what there is? Okay, so we'll just, understand, because he's saying that how much night lightning should be there in relation to what there is, because he was talking, because we were able to find these 139. So they were saying that more the bright light is, uh, less safer it is. So that means the bright light should be less. And to writer, how much night light should be there? So night light should not be more, because more the night light is, more dangerous it is. So the answer will be less, a lot less, much less. See, I was not having enough time. I was, not able to find the answer. But as I read the passage thoroughly, and because I had to find these ones, so this, even if I, just picked it randomly, the answer would still be correct. All right. So this was all about today's reading passage. So this is the passage which came in recent IELTS examinations. So I hope you are able to understand. I'll be there with the next reading video, and that would also be the one which came in recent exams. And if you want such more videos, do subscribe to my channel. And if you like it, share it with your friends, and encourage them to subscribe so that I become encouraged to add more such videos, which will definitely be helping you clear your examination. All right, so we are done with this for the day. See you tomorrow. Bye.